They will be in here in just a few minutes. They're finishing up in the back room, and they'll be in and just begin in just a few minutes. You have come to the right place. They're just finishing up beer cot in the back room, and they should be in just a minute or two.
Can you smell them?
No, now I can. I'm sorry, I wasn't very helpful, but
That's okay.
look, we're running 15 minutes late, but everyone's happy. Did you enjoy your dinner? Were you able to
I
eat
did.
more?
I had some
You look
rice.
so great today.
I hope we'll always be
I
friends.
think we will. I think we bonded over a special experience.
Yeah, we had one of those immersion things.
Oh, she's not here. She's
Okay,
not.
so
Okay, so I remember. I'm gonna call Marcy. Right.
Everybody was blown away by the food. That's what Wanda wanted, and I'm so glad we got the caterers.
yeah.
It's good. It's not your basic conference.
No, it's not at all. And that's good. That's a good thing. Okay, your mic is on. The mic is hot.
My mic, don't say anything you don't want anyone else to hear. That's how politicians. So, oh, I showed Wanda my remarks. Oh, I did.
So surrogates are complete.
Oh, they are.
Yes, just to accept this certificate.
So, do I need to announce it, or do people know that?
It should be on the script.
Did Carol? It's not in my script.
Well, you better, that's not above my pay grade. Are you starting? Okay, wait.
That's cool. Did you want to keep this here? Hi.
Hi.
Beautiful job. A beer cart.
Oh, thank you.
And I have.
And then I open the card and read what it says on each card.
Read the card. That's for them.
Just read this thing?
Yeah. That's it. And then give them their
Oh man, I hope I can do it.
Yeah.
Hey, tomorrow. So you're gonna pick us up from the hotel?
Stragglers in the Lerner Fisher Hall, please feel free to come join us and find your seats.
Oh, you're a saint.
You probably are, but announce for the valued volunteers and those that are accepting on their behalf to please come forward. Okay, thank you.
Barbara Heller? Is there anyone else back there? Okay. Okay. It looks like everybody has made it from the dining hall, from the Lerner Fisher Hall, into the main sanctuary. It's a tough act to follow, the Moroccan meal, but I'll give it the old college try. Welcome back, and we're so glad you're here for a very long anticipated part of conference. To celebrate our valued volunteers for 2024, I'd like to call up and introduce Edna Schrank, but wait one second before I do that. Good. I just wanted to make sure that everyone who is being honored as a valued volunteer is already sitting in one of the first 2 rows, or those of you that are acting surrogates on behalf of those valued volunteers who will be accepting the awards in their honor or in their absence. That will facilitate the process. Okay. Edna Schrank, behind me, is a proud Chicagoan and president, a past region president, and currently serves on the Women's League International Board. She is a region consultant, not ours, and also chairs the thrice weekly Makom Bayachad online program. Please welcome Edna Schrank.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed the eclipse today. This was more than I ever expected, so this is terrific. This is a great way to top up a wonderful day. Good evening. I am very pleased to be presenting the Valued Volunteer Awards to our Central Great Lakes members who have been honored by their sisterhood. Women's League is an organization that runs on the talents and energies of our volunteers. We would not be as successful as we are without our amazing and dedicated women. While it would be ideal to be able to present all of these amazing women in person, this is not possible. Thankfully, we are able to live stream this in our virtual world. Please refer to your program booklet for the detailed bios of our valued volunteers. For those of you who are here, please join me up here when I call your name. Heidi Weissman. Edith Israel Congregation, Cincinnati, Ohio, our host sisterhood. Heidi has been involved in Edith Israel Sisterhood for more than 14 years. An outstanding leader, Heidi has held positions as president, chair of the Hanukkah Bazaar Committee, co-manager of the Coleman Family Judaica Shop, the largest Judaica shop in the Cincinnati area, and a magnificent one. She was a member of the Party Planning Committee for Women's League Convention 2023 in Schaumburg, Illinois, a former synagogue board member, and many more. Heidi is married to Mike, a former Edith Israel Brotherhood president, and mother to 3 daughters, Alyssa, Bailey, and Eden. Here is your, where's Karen? And we now will call on Karen. Marlene Reed, Anshe Emmett Synagogue, Chicago, Illinois. Accepting will be Marcy Markovich. I feel like we're at the Academy Awards now. Unfortunately, she is unable to be here. Marlene has served as sisterhood president for 5 years. During her administration, she almost single-handedly brought the sisterhood into the 21st century. Her very ambitious goal: we are not your grandmother's sisterhood. Marlene involved women from all age groups in program planning while broadening offerings including life stages, wellness, generational issues, and education. During Anshe Emmett's Sisterhood Shabbat, Marlene made sure to include parallel activities for congregants attending both the lay and clergy-led services. Sisterhood partnered with BZA EDS, that's their day school, Moms, and Men's Club. Marlene and her husband, Lawrence Kosova, past Men's Club president, are both podiatric surgeons and have 2 grown and flown children, Elisa and Matthew. Thank you, Marcy, for accepting. Thank you. Rochelle Wynn, Bethel Congregation of the South Hills, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Rochelle has been active in Jewish education all her life. She began as a Sunday school kindergarten teacher in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, where she grew up. She attended Stearns College in New York and studied Jewish education. She left Stearns to get married and finished her undergraduate degree at the University of Massachusetts. Along with the chaplain, Rochelle developed a religious program for children of the Air Force Base in Wichita, Texas. For 40 years she was in Wichita. She served as administrator of a multi-congregational religious school and was active in CAGE, Conference for the Advancement of Jewish Education. At Bethel, she organized Rosh Chodesh programming and is a morning millionaire. She is enjoying retirement with her 3 children, 7 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. Thank you. On live stream, Jackie Ernst, Beth Hillel B'nai Emunah, Wilmette, Illinois. Jackie is an invaluable asset to Beth Hillel B'nai Emunah Sisterhood. She is the synagogue's office administrator, but always finds time to assist Sisterhood in whatever project or event that is needed, as always, with a smile. Jackie, I hope you're watching. This is for you. On live stream, Anita Benzman, Congregation Beth Israel near Tamid, Glendale, Wisconsin. Anita has been the Sisterhood lead fundraiser for years. She has served as Ways and Means Chair and Programming Chair. She also served on the Torah Fund Committee. Anita served two-year terms as president and another as co-president for 1 year. Anita sets the example for CBINT Sisterhood through her baking leadership. Anita has been a calm and steadfast volunteer through years of challenges, personal, congregational, and global. Anita, this is for you. Mazel tov. Michelle Sussman, Congregation Beth Judea, Long Grove, Illinois. Accepting will be Debbie Green. Michelle has been a Sisterhood co-president for several years. Michelle makes sure that things get done. Michelle has served on and chaired many Sisterhood and Congregation Beth Judea committees, including service on the CBJ board and executive committees. Michelle is the mother of 2 grown children. Thank you for accepting. Thank you.
Thank you.
On live stream, Gloria Weinberg, Congregation Beth Shalom, Northbrook, Illinois. Accepting will be Lonnie Schrank. Gloria moved to Northbrook 3 short years ago and has already made such a tremendous contribution to the Beth Shalom community through her work in Sisterhood. Gloria was born in South Bronx and received her medical degree from Albert Einstein College of Medicine at Yeshiva University. She interned in New York and Arizona before settling in Miami Beach. Wherever Gloria went, she worked to improve the lives of others, including developing a geriatric unit at Veterans Hospital in Tucson and becoming chair of medicine at Mount Sinai in Florida. Upon joining Beth Shalom Sisterhood, Gloria became membership recorder and is currently the Sisterhood House Vice President. Gloria leads the happy crew in the synagogue kitchen, plating the kiddushim desserts and serving the kugels that the Sisterhood bakes. Gloria never looks for recognition, is completely happy being part of Sisterhood's amazing community. Gloria is married to her childhood sweetheart, Dennis, a cardiologist, and has 2 children and 5 grandchildren. Thank you for accepting. Yes. Thank you. Phyllis Weeks, Congregation Beth Shalom, Oak Park, Michigan. Accepting will be Fran Hildebrand. She's on Zoom? Oh, great. Okay, Phyllis is on live stream. Phyllis is the immediate past president of Sisterhood. Phyllis wears many hats in Sisterhood and embodies the characteristics of a valued volunteer. Upon retiring as a school librarian 20 years ago, Phyllis joined Sisterhood and never looked back. She has been a part of the Education Committee and expanded Movies and Munchies program. Seeing her leadership, she became Education Vice President. Phyllis is a great mentor and gives ongoing support to those who need it and are not her only two strengths. During the uncertainty of the pandemic, Phyllis arranged programs and opportunities to keep CBS Sisterhood connected, to promote the relationship with Central Great Lakes Region and Women's League, and to ensure that the members knew that they were valued, supported, and not alone. Phyllis will begin her term as CGLR Books Chair. In Phyllis's own words, "Sisterhood is in my blood. My mother was president of our synagogue sisterhood. My sister, Fran Hildebrand, was our sisterhood president, Central Great Lakes Region president, and is now Women's League vice president and Kahila co-chair." Mazel tov. You got a very proud sister there.
I'm very proud of her.
Oh, okay. We were questioning that one. Esther Hellman, Congregation Ohave Shalom, Rockford, Illinois. For the past 12 years, Esther has been both Sisterhood Presidium President and Recording Secretary. She is taking Women's League Hebrew class and was part of the first Benot Mitzvah class that held their Benot Mitzvah at Women's League Convention 2023. This led her to re-Torah at her Sisterhood Shabbat this year. Esther proudly represents Ohave Shalom Sisterhood at Women's League events and enjoys the friendship she had made in doing so. In her spare time, she is docent at Anderson Japanese Gardens and a volunteer at the Public Library Bookstore. Esther has a doctorate in nursing and has worked as a nurse for 43 years. Her husband and two children are medical doctors, and she is the proud grandmother of 5 young grandchildren. Mazel tov. Yeah, I didn't see that go on before. Yvette Diamond and Elise Jacobs, Congregation Shari Zedek, Southfield, Michigan. Okay. Yvette is inspirational and creative in her approach to developing programs for their sisterhood. She is thoughtful and recognizes the value of learning, so there's always a link to Judaism. Some of the programs have been flower arranging, Sisterhood After Dark with a Jewish sex therapist, and J313 bus tour of Jewish Historical Detroit. She is serving her second term as program co-vice president with Elise Jacobs. You can hold that, we'll take a picture together. Elise has gone above and beyond to create a diverse set of programs that have helped keep her sisterhood membership entertained, educated, and comforted during COVID, such as a virtual tour of the RGB exhibition and well-attended in-person events such as Torah, Tequila, and Texas-Rayleigh food demonstration and the Mezuzah Palooza. There's a mouthful. You do all these mouthful things. She also designs the flyers for their inventive and diverse programs. She is serving her second term as program co-vice president with Yvette Diamond.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. On live stream, Martha Rosenson, Congregation Tifereth Israel, Columbus, Ohio. Martha has been a member of Congregation Tifereth Israel since 1981. When asked by longtime Sisterhood member Janet Yaling, may she rest in peace, to help with the Sisterhood Flower Fund, Martha agreed and is now the chair. She has worked on Torah Fund fundraisers in Janet's loving memory, co-chairing benefactor events and distributing pins to eligible donors. She has participated in Sisterhood Men's Club Shabbat, earning a yad for reading Torah 10 times. Martha's husband, Mark, is the current Men's Club president. They have a daughter and son-in-law, Sarah and Tyler, and an adorable 8-month-old grandson. Martha, I hope you're watching. Judy Arkin, Ezra Habonim, Niles Township Jewish Congregation, Skokie, Illinois. Accepting will be Esther Javits. Judy has been an integral part of her sisterhood board. She is a leader and a mentor. She is currently completing 3 years as programming vice president. She has been bulletin editor for 5 years. Judy put in many hours helping to choose which of the sisterhood programs would be submitted for Jewels in the Crown. She also served as religious school chair for the synagogue and will be serving as its recording secretary.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shirley Bryan, Ohave Zion Synagogue, Lexington, Kentucky, accepting Carol Kaplan. Shirley is a longstanding member of Ohave Zion Synagogue Women's League. Her creative skillfulness has provided their members with unique and enjoyable and thoughtful programming. She also shares her computer skills and knowledge, making their bookkeeping and member communication smooth and simple to use for all. Congratulations. Thank you for doing this. Here we go. Thank you. Okay. Linda Wolf, Park Synagogue, Pepper Pike, Ohio. Linda has been a member of Park Synagogue Sisterhood for 40 years. Newcomer, huh? Yeah, okay. She is past president, and when she became president just after the pandemic began, she immediately set up Zoom for their weekly meetings. She taught members how to Zoom. Throughout the pandemic, they were able to maintain their weekly meetings consisting of Yiddish, speakers from U.S. and Israel, music and book reviews, as well as discussions on contemporary issues in the news and Torah from a woman's perspective presented by the Park Synagogue rabbis. After 3 years as sisterhood president, she stepped down but remained as technology chair and is the CGRL Israel education chair. Congratulations. Thank you. With the valued volunteers present, please rise so you can receive a well-deserved round of applause. I'm not done. I'm gonna do your pictures. Oh, okay. Thank you for your inspiration, dedication, and devotion to your sisterhoods, Central Great Lakes Region, and Women's League. Mazel tov.
Thank you, Edna, but please don't leave or get too comfortable. I would like all of the current valued volunteers and the surrogates who came up to accept on their behalf to come up with Edna, and Karen Ferguson will take a group photo while everybody is here together. Okay? Karen? Edna? Over here, I'm guessing? Did you want it under the...
Yes, ma'am.
And while that is going on, I'm looking for Marjorie Furman in the audience. Oh, Margie, you don't have to get, well, you can get up. Just stay right there. I wanted to acknowledge you guys can keep coming up doing the picture. I was trying to multitask, a skill we learn in sisterhood and in life. Yes. Margie Furman is a visiting dignitary. She is president of the Seaboard region, and she is joining us for her first Central Great Lakes Conference here in Cincinnati. Welcome to Marjorie Furman. Well done, valued volunteers and surrogates. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Edna, so much for that beautiful presentation. Okay. Next, we have Rhonda Cohn. Rhonda Cohn happens to be another past president of our great region. On behalf of Lori B. Davis, who is unable to join us this evening, Rhonda will be giving a special presentation to past Central Great Lakes Region presidents. Rhonda?
Thank you. All right. This is a message from Lori B. Davis. Dear CGLR sisters, I'm so sad to miss conference and seeing all of you. A tradition was started with me and fell away after Rhonda Cohn. Also me. I guess I was last. Now I hope the tradition of these gifts will continue. Enjoy your time together. Hugs to all. Lori B. So I'm going to be giving these our beautiful certificates that, and Lori wrote you all personal notes, and I love mine, and it's framed, and it's an Eshet Chayil board. Debbie Green, please come up and accept your certificate. Edna Schrank, as if I needed to say. Fran. And last but not least, Pam, who is almost a past president. Where is, oh, there you are. All right, so whatever picture opportunity you want, you're it. And you all have beautiful personal notes, which I didn't look at, but I'm assuming they are.
Why don't we go into
They
the
go
middle?
over there. Aren't they beautiful? Eshet Chayil Award.
Mine doesn't open.
You got the trick one.
And they
come in the middle.
spell their names correctly. It is, isn't it?
You want to go, actually, it's me and then. Okay.
Thank you.
Didn't even have a rehearsal.
That was lovely. Thank you, Rhonda Cohn. And thanks to Lori B. Davis for remembering to continue this important tradition and to do a live presentation in recognition tonight. And now I call up, she doesn't get a chance to sit very much. Good thing she's in the front row. Fran Hildebrandt from Greater Detroit. Guess what? Fran is the actual immediate past president of Central Great Lake Region, and she also sits on the Women's League International Board. She is co-chair of Kahila and heads of the Inclusion Prod. Executive Vice President. I stand corrected. If it's not written down, it doesn't get said.
All the vice presidents are executive.
Executive Vice Presidents duly noted in your program, the Inclusion Project, and Fran will share her unique perspective on our region.
Thank you, Marlene, and good evening, and I hope you're all enjoying this conference as much as I am. It's been wonderful, and thank you, Cincinnati, for your hospitality. So it's a privilege and honor to stand before you tonight. As immediate past president, soon to become chair of the Past President's Council, it seems like an appropriate time to bridge past administrations with the present. After all, we stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, and their courage, their passion, their determination and vision has contributed to our success and where our region is today. So I'd like to take you down memory lane and share a few glimpses from every president and her administration. Of course, there's not enough time to share all the significant events that has occurred with each one, but I hope you'll enjoy the tidbits I share. So we begin with our very first region president, Lori B. Davis. WLCJ had reorganized from branches to regions. Lori's task was to bring together three distinct branches, Keepote, Central, and Michigan branches, and create a unified, cohesive region. Lori described it as more like creating a new marriage. In the 2008-2009 directory, she wrote, "We have grown to a region of 55 sisterhoods with 8,400 members bordering 4 of the 5 Great Lakes." From talking to Lori, I know it was a challenge. And as part of her efforts, Lori created our first region logo and personally donated the banner that we still use today. That's courtesy of Lori. And then Lori passed the torch to Rhonda Cohn. Region exec meetings were held via conference call. Rhonda recalled that our region parties, which was really the only time our members all came together in person, were a combination of all 3 branches. So we continued Michigan's tradition of telling Pokayenta, held Keepote's silent auction, and maintained Central's tradition of telling jokes. And we told raucous, bawdy jokes. The perpetrators, all paragons of virtue in their own sisterhoods and communities. The shock value was enormous. Debbie Green, who was our 3rd region president, taught by example how to lead and develop new leadership. I'm one of her projects. I know there are others. A chance meeting at spring conference and an offer to help led to my role as her tour guide when she visited Michigan as part of her region travel. This led to my becoming convention madricha and a member of the nominating committee. Look where I am today. This could be you. Which brings me to Edna Schrank, our next president. It was Edna's 2018 through 21 administration that began the new 3-year term of office. She acted as a conduit for moving from conference call to Zoom for our monthly board calls. Edna was able to achieve her goal of visiting every sisterhood in the entire region at least once, and more than that in some cases. That brings us to the next president, which is me. My goal was to improve communication. I thought to visit every sisterhood and create programming that everyone could attend. Amazingly, even with the complications of the pandemic, I was able to do that, visiting sisterhoods in person and on Zoom. We held our first hybrid program, which was a book talk in January 2020 before the pandemic. It was at Marjorie Maxwell's house. Susan Farber led the book discussion from Cincinnati, and we had people on Zoom. We continued to create and present programs, parties, meetings, and trainings on Zoom all through the pandemic. When our current president, Pam Schlossberg, took office, it was on Zoom. Pam has taken us through the remaining vestiges of the pandemic and into a new normal for us, continuing to maintain an in-person and Zoom presence with every member and affiliate. But her real legacy will be her efforts to make all of us more aware and involved in Women's League and region efforts to support women's rights and provide support globally to those in need. She is most proud of reinvigorating our Kahilot, Had Hadar in Israel, and presenting 3 programs with them this year. This brings us to tonight, when we will welcome Pam to the Past President's Council and Wanda to the presidency. And just as each president and administration stands on the shoulders of those who come before them, our shoulders, those of the past presidents, will be there to hold the ones who follow us. Wanda, we celebrate and support you and your administration and wish you great success. Thank you.
Thanks for the hug and for the great presentation, Fran. I hope everybody learned at least something. I certainly did. And now I get to call up another past president of our region. We're lucky that they're all here and well and active and smiling. Guess where she's from? The Chicago area. Debbie Green is a past president, and she also serves as a region consultant for our region at times, and has been very involved and a mentor for many of us in Cincinnati Sisterhood here at Adith. She will be conducting important ceremonial business, and that will start with discharging the current present Central Great Lakes Region board members. Debbie Green.
Hello, everybody, and you will have to use your imaginations a little bit during part of this. The installation of our region board is a perfect time to reflect how the flame of light represents all that we as Jewish women hold dear. We are a nation of rituals. We are a people of history. We hold the time-honored tradition of passing the torch from one generation to another. A torch of knowledge, a torch of commitment, a torch of traditions. This light was hers, that mother in our past who held it with pride. Matilda Schechter could certainly be considered the mother of Women's League. She created the torch, and by her words and vision, we continue to light the way for today's Jewish women. As she and all of our mothers have done in the past, it is time to acknowledge the efforts of our past region presidents for all their work on behalf of Women's League. So those of us who are past region presidents, please rise. You're almost, you're not yet. So it's Rhonda and Fran and Edna, not yet. Tonight, we'll take the time to look back and reflect on our past, our leaders, our accomplishments, and pay them tribute. Would the members of the outgoing region board, and I will read your names, which consists of executive committee, outgoing sisterhood presidents, and region activity chairs, please rise. So these people are, and some are not here, but I will still read their names. Lori B. Davis, Communications, Fern Schwartz, for Education, Gilda Schwartz, Membership, Robin Lash, Programming, Rebecca Goldwasser, Torah Fund, Sandy Carlton, Secretary, Wanda Pitsley, is that it right? Treasurer, Marjorie Maxwell, Financial Secretary, Fran Hildebrandt, Parliamentarian. Those are executive committee members, and the board members include Cindy Martyr, Paula Ferguson, Rachel Ferber, Karen Weiss, Linda Wolf, Cynthia Lerner, Marlene Ostro, Lori B. Davis, Renee Kaplan, Linda Abraham Braff, I already said Marlene, Wanda, and Andrea Heiger. This light was theirs, those sisters of ages past who held it in awe. And as with all outgoing administrations, you hold a special place in the passing of the torch. You're the bridge from the past to the present. You are the guardians of our vision and faith. You helped strengthen the bond of unity among our members. You have served well, and your efforts do not go unnoticed. I discharge you with great appreciation and respect for all that you have done, and with confidence that you will continue to be a blessing to Women's League and your communities. Toda Rabbah. And now Fran will discharge Pam.
Pam, when you were asked to serve as region president, you were unsure if you had all the qualifications necessary to fulfill this important position. You had region executive committee and board experience, sisterhood and synagogue experience, professional secular job experience, and you shadowed me for the last 6 months of my term of office. Yet you still didn't feel quite confident and sure that you had enough background and expertise on our region level to serve. I hope you finally agree with all of us how right we were when we asked to put our trust in you. You have served Central Great Lakes eloquently, with warmth, grace, honor, passion, dedication, and humility. You brought your special attributes and skills to this very diverse job. You used your creativity to improvise when needed and maintained the security of the status quo as you brought us out of the pandemic. You conducted meetings and presented workshops and programs online so that all members of our region could participate regardless of COVID and geography. You wrote phenomenal Shabbat messages. You constantly reached out to all our sisterhood presidents, and you were available to members of our region at any time. You supported other region board members in their times of crisis and need. You were an exemplary member of your class of region presidents. But your real legacy will be the goals you set for yourself and that guided your actions throughout your presidency. When I asked you what you tried to accomplish during your presidency, this is what you wrote to me, and these are your words. To create an awareness of why we are a part of Women's League, our relevance as modern conservative Jewish women, we have the honor of being stewards of our beautiful Jewish heritage and to be a force for good. To create awareness of the breadth of Women's League work on national issues, such as women's rights and anti-Semitism. To look beyond our local Jewish world and expand our caring to those who are suffering in the Ukraine and now in Israel. To reinvigorate our connection to our Kahilot in Israel. And to maintain our commitment to be all that we can be as modern conservative Jewish women, and to make our lives a blessing. You have been an amazing torchbearer. As a result of your efforts, you have enabled the members of our region to move closer to becoming better stewards of our faith and to make each of our lives a blessing. I know you'll follow in the example of all our past presidents and continue to serve our region with the same passion and dedication. As I discharge you, I proudly present you with some gifts. The first is from a grateful region. Truly a small token of our love and high esteem for you. Not done. I have to try and figure out how I'm going to do this, but subtlety may not be my strength here. The second gift is more personal. Lady Bird Johnson said, "Where flowers bloom, so does hope." Please accept these flowers from your family, who are hopeful that you will enjoy them as a token of their love and pride in you. Your husband, Richard, who is busy taking pictures as we speak, is with us tonight, and your children and family are live streaming. At least some of them are, because I gave them the link.
Thank you.
I'm not done yet. I have some messages that I have been asked to share with you. Your daughter Laura writes, over the last 3 years, you have committed to making the Central Great Lakes region an even stronger community of Jewish women. Elevating women's voices across the country and the globe, you have encouraged members to pray, to connect, to laugh, and to speak up about social concerns. Recently, you had to do these while also babysitting 2 of your high-maintenance grandpuppies. Global history made its way into your presidency. COVID-19, Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the strife in Israel. Through all these events, you inspired many. Your wave columns were one of the many ways you sustained the community. While I know that each piece took intense energy, creativity, and chutzpah, your words made a difference. Whether finding gratitude for starting each day, seeking peace in a world turned upside down, or musing about the messages in Barbie over a pink drink, you showed how Judaism comforts and empowers women. Thank you for giving your very, very best to the Central Great Lakes region. Mazel tov, brava, I love you, Laura. Not done. Your son Joe wrote, "For all your tireless dedication, for all of your hard work, and for all of that you sacrificed of yourself, we love you and couldn't be more proud of what you have done. Joe, Heather, Emily, and Matthew Schlossberg." And there are copies here. So I discharge you. I'll tell you the backstory later. And I think this is probably a good place for me to stop.
Don't take my notes. You took one of mine. Fran?
This is more than a little overwhelming. Fran, thank you for those kind words. Thank you, my family, scattered all over that you are, for your kind words. How am I going to do this? It has been an honor to serve as your president of this great Central Great Lakes region, your representative to Women's League and the Jewish community. I remain, obviously, deeply touched to have been entrusted to steward this region, to steward it forward these past few years, to be a part of our region's continuum, a link between those who so ably preceded me. And now to our new leadership, Wanda Pitsley. And a new board. Wanda, who has been a part of our region's leadership for a number of years, is so very capable to steward us forward, to sustain the work of our past and embrace all the possibilities that our future holds. I look out and I see so many women who continue to nurture a deep commitment to Women's League and to region, and to serve and end beyond themselves. And I know going forward that our region is strong. Our light will shine forever bright. This office is not one person. It reflects the support of a dynamic, spirited executive committee. Lori B. Davis, Fern Schwartz, Gilda Schwartz, Robin Beth Lash, Rebecca Goldwasser, Sandy Carlton, Marjorie Maxwell, Wanda Pitsley, and Fran Hildebrand. And an amazing board of directors: Paula Ferguson, Rachel Ferber, Cynthia Lerner, Marlene Ostra, Renee Kaplan, Linda Abraham Braff, Andrea Heiger, Debbie Lempert, Susan Farber, Karen Weiss, Linda Wolf, Cindy Martyr. Region past presidents, they're always with their loving support: Lori B. Davis, Rhonda Cohn, Deborah Green, Edna Schrank, Fran Hildebrand, always there to support and advise. Women's League advisor, Karen Block, and the incredible Sisterhood affiliate leadership in our 7 states. And all of you, the vibrant, smart, energetic, dedicated women of Central Great Lakes region. What a powerhouse you are, enhancing our commitment to serve our Jewish community. You not only knew how to get things done, but you embraced every challenge. You led by example. Thank you for all you did these past 3 years. Thank you for your unwavering support, and thank you for your friendship. And finally, I want to recognize and thank my amazing husband, Richard, who was with me every step of the way, always saying, "How can I help?" And my wonderful family, who were always interested in Region happenings. Do you know they even read The Wave? Your support made a tremendous difference every single day. Thank you, Central Great Region, for this opportunity and honor to serve. Together, may we continue our journey with courage and strength, and of course, to make each day a blessing. Thank you.
That was lovely. So, unofficially, we're between presidents right now. So this light will be theirs, those daughters of our heart. May they hold it with care. Will the incoming region activity chairs and sisterhood presidents please rise? Those are, find my list. Andrea Heiger, Torah Fund Support, Robin Beth Lash, Communications Support, Phyllis Weeks, who isn't here, Books, Robin Rosengard, individual members, Esther Javits, Israel, Cindy Martyr, Archives, Paula Ferguson, Creative Judaic Arts, Fran Hildebrandt, Past Presidents Council, Michelle Sussman, Social Action, Social Justice and Inclusion, and Lori B. Davis, Environment Sustainability. Each of you has accepted a region board position. In doing so, you are making a commitment to not only serve your affiliate sisterhood, but to spread the words of our immense Women's League agenda to our women and our children. Take the blueprint that Matilda Schechter outlined and help our members embrace their Judaism in their homes, in their synagogues, and in their communities. Take the light of our beacon and carry it through our central Great Lakes. You are now installed. Now, I'm going to call the names of some of the incoming executive committee members, and as I call your name, would you please come up here onto the bema? Of course, if you're not here, you can do this virtually. Well, the incoming treasurers, that would be Linda Abraham Braff, who's not here, and Fern Schwartz, please. Recording secretary, Robin Beth Lash. And financial secretary, Renee Kaplan, who also couldn't join us today. Now, this is where you have to use your imagination. Pretend these candles are lit. Margie did not want any lit candles. So we'll just blame Margie, that wherever you are, Margie. So.
Should I take one for Linda in the sand or no?
Just as the torch must be passed with a well-thought-out plan in order to assure that the receiver will be as committed as the passer, you are charged with keeping thorough records, sensitive and respectful correspondence, and accurate financial accounting. We are honored to install you as officers of Central Great Lakes Region, knowing you will safeguard the mandates of Women's League. So again, pretend your candles are lit. Okay. And will the following incoming vice presidents please join me up here on the bema? Torah Fund, Rebecca Goldwasser. Sandy Carlton is unable to be here. She's membership. Education Vice President Gilda Schwartz. Programming, Linda Wolf. Communications, Heidi Weissman. And the other members of the executive committee include the immediate past president, who will also be the parliamentarian and the nominating chair, which is Pam. Again, these are lit candles. Just remember that. Right, I don't want to drop the wax on the carpet.
Right.
Because Central Great Lakes doesn't want to, buy new carpeting for Addith Israel.
And you said I should be over here.
Okay. Oh, here. Have a candle. Just as President George H.W. Bush referred to altruistic Americans as 1,000 beams of light, you have an interesting mission. These beautifully lit candles should remind you that it is your responsibility to seek out those beams of light and encourage those members to serve Women's League in our Central Great Lakes region and the international organization, so we may all benefit from them. You must also go out and educate our members and all the portfolios under your umbrellas, service, Torah Fund membership, World Affairs, Israel, etc., everything, are all living concepts, not just patented file folder names. They all really mean something. You must expose every member to the value and subsequent pride of belonging to this remarkable organization. The scope of Women's League affects every member as a woman, as a Jew, and as an American. What a magnificent challenge and what a fantastic job lies ahead. This light was won by strength, by suffering, and by selflessness. I charge you to continue this work and find 1,000,000 beams of light in your travels. Thank you. Yeah, blow out your candles. And now I call upon Margie Miller to install our incoming president. Yeah, you can sit.
Come on down. Hi. I've known Wanda for many years, and I could stand here, as most of you could, and do a bio of everything she's accomplished. I'd rather stand here and describe an amazing woman. I am honored to install you. I actually surveyed the conference team, didn't I? And I asked them to share descriptive adjectives about you to see if they were in line with all I know about the woman you are. I received over 25 different amazing adjectives to describe you, and yet all of them centered around 3 themes: your creative and artistic talent, your unflappable and kind spirit, and your open-mindedness and dedication are truly admired by all. A good leader thrives to have half of your qualities. Your calming manner, your thoughtful, easygoing personality, and your creative talents will serve you so well as president. Wanda, it is your time to shine. I am confident that your tenure will be effective and efficient. I hope that in 2 years, when you look back, you'll not only be proud of all the accomplishments that you will have achieved, but you will appreciate this amazing opportunity, and hopefully it will have enlightened your life. It is my honor to install you, Wanda Pitsley, as president of Central Great Lakes Region. I have a gift from Julia Loeb, the new hot-off-the-press calendar diary. I'd like to give you your new region president's pin that only 13 women wear at any given moment, and I know that you will wear it with great pride. And I got you a little gift as a boxing. staying in the theme, it is a small beacon for you to light the way.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Mazel tov.
Thank you, Margie. I love you. I love you too. Thank you.
Wow, what an act to follow. So as I explained last night, I made a discovery, a tech discovery, in that you can't print off of notes on iPhone. And now I'm getting a message that my battery is low. So, I truly am humbled, and Perry will tell you that's a hard thing to do. First, now I have to hold it up close because thank you, Margie, for your lovely words, and to my friends from the board and the committee for your thoughts. May I say, we have moved heaven and earth to bring you this conference. Well, maybe just the heavens. Many years ago, I realized there are rules not imparted to those of us not born into the tribe. The first rule is, you don't have to join a synagogue until your oldest is in kindergarten or first grade. And you get to quit when your youngest becomes a B'nai Mitzvah. The second rule is, when Federation calls, it's okay to say no to making a donation. And if you don't have the funds, it's okay not to volunteer your time. The third, and maybe my favorite, is that once you join a congregation, you don't have to join sisterhood. And if you do join sisterhood, you don't have to engage. I hate to tell you, I've broken all of those rules. As many of you here tonight know, and have. I'm happy I did. Perry and I have belonged to a synagogue our entire married lives. Our previous congregation was not just a place we paid dues to and took our children to Hebrew school, but also a place that became our spiritual and social home. As a result, we're still very much connected there. So you Chicago congregations, Chicago area, you'll be seeing me. We go up frequently. I started my leadership journey with the Elgin chapter of Hadassah in Illinois the chapter is a little over 100 years. I'm not. I was asked to be president shortly after I became involved with that chapter. My icebreakers for meetings were naming the women and their portfolios, because I knew no one. There were other positions. Okay, now I lost my place because my phone's doing things. Okay, there we go. That first being president the first time was a little scary. I'd never done anything like that before, but Hadassah trained me, they mentored me. Then I moved to sisterhood. Many times over the years, as well as multiple times with Hadassah, I've been a president. There were other positions too, but usually fundraising. I can't imagine my life without these connections. It may not be the road less traveled, but my journey has been enhanced by the leadership connections I've made over the years. Some days it's just unbelievable. When we moved to Cincinnati 6 years ago, I knew two people, Debbie Lempert and Susan Farber. They were co-chairs of the conference that was here 9 years ago. They took Perry under his wing until I was able to join several months after he started his job. I love being a part of Adath Israel Sisterhood. Both Perry and I have enjoyed being a part of the Adith family. In fact, he became Brotherhood president shortly after our move. So this leadership stuff might run in the family. I'm so impressed that some of the members here are fifth generation. The history and experiences here are remarkable. So yes, I'm glad I broke that rule. So hopefully you won't object to having a rule breaker being your next CGLR president. This is where I get to tell you what my vision for the region is. When I started thinking about this speech, my initial response was, I got nothing. But I found something. Having belonged to a small congregation for 30 years, I have a special affinity for small affiliates. I want CGLR to help those small affiliate sisterhoods succeed and thrive. And now that I belong to a large congregation and sisterhood, I have a better appreciation of the challenges and struggles those groups experience also. I have that same desire. I want to see the larger sisterhoods succeed and thrive also. The two groups have many of the same challenges, but with varying levels of funding and participation. In this day of mergers and closures of synagogues, we do have our work cut out for us. The nominating committee, headed by Fran Hildebrand, has put together a fabulous board. I look forward to working with each of you. We've gone from our beginnings as a region. It was a little rocky at first. Each president has contributed something to make it succeed. And I hope you have really good, strong shoulders, because I'm not, particularly small. COVID changed a lot of things, and this was, in my opinion, one of the benefits in that everyone on the board was expected to participate in some way or another. I'd like to continue that. We have truly dedicated groups of leaders, and I will rely on all of you. I hope to be a visible presence with our affiliates, with plans to travel to each over the next 2 years. In those travels, I'd like to include other members of the executive board. We're more than a president. We are a team effort, and I hope that this will demonstrate that. We have so much talent and experience, not only on our board, but also in our affiliates. I'd love to discover their unique talents and abilities and utilize them. Nothing happens in a vacuum. I follow some great leaders. Getting to know these women over the years has been a wonderful experience. Each of the past presidents tonight has a different focus, all with the same goal of strengthening our affiliates, strengthening our ties to each other, and both on and off the board. Thank you, Pam, Fran, Edna, Debbie, Rhonda, and Lori. I can't name all of them, but there are many past branch presidents who've also made significant contributions to their branches, and I thank them. I'd like to also thank my wonderful conference co-chair, Marlene Ostro. Little did we realize, I prefer paper. I've tried it now, I like paper better. Little did we realize where this job would take us and how many others would join us in creating this fabulous conference. The conference committee was simply outstanding. I enjoyed getting to know some of my sisterhood members and CGLR board members better, and I look forward to the next 2 years with all of you at my side, making me look really good. Thank you.
Madam President.
Thank you. Who's that?
Mazel tov.
I think everyone's turning off my hearing aids.
Wanda, Margie gave you, you can stay. Margie gave you a light so you may light the way for all those who wisely follow you. May you be blessed on your journey. This light is mine. It was given to me in love. It was given to me in peace. This light was hers, that mother in our life who held it with pride. This was theirs, those sisters of ages past who held it in awe. This light will be theirs, those daughters of our heart. May they hold it with care. A light won by strength, by suffering, by selflessness. We praise you, O God, and pray that for all time we will kindle our light with blessed freedom, a flame, a constant beacon in our lives. Mazel tov. Thank you to the discharged board executive committee president, and mazel tov to the incoming.
Thank you so much, Debbie. And Wanda, your remarks were inspirational, exciting. We know that you are going to lead Central Great Lakes region into a bright, meaningful, and productive future for the next 2 years. Thank you for sharing your words, your vision, and your hopes and dreams for us. Speaking of gratitude, I call now upon current President Pam Schlossberg to thank our conference consultant, past International President Margie Miller, for all that she has done for us for this spring conference, and then some. Pam?
Margie, would you like to come up, please? No? First of all, I have to say that working with Margie to plan Central Great Lakes Region's Spring Conference was an opportunity for all of us on the conference team to learn from a consummate teacher and a skilled leader. I don't know if you know this, Margie. I don't think you do. She has a reputation, but it's good. You're known as an amazing woman of commitment to helping others. And over the course of these many months, we saw this to be true. Although you serve in multiple leadership capacities in Women's League and keep your suitcase at the ready to address affiliate issues across North America, you were always there for us. Not only to share your breadth of knowledge on how to approach a project such as a conference, but also to share your warmth, your sense of humor that helped over the course of many months to get to the heart of issues, keep focused, and jump hurdles. You guided us through a myriad of details, and have you thought about? You were there, always gently moving us in the right direction. The result is this gift that we were able to offer every affiliate member here, a spring conference that was fresh, timely, relevant, and fun. Margie, it's my distinct honor on behalf of the Spring Conference 2014 to present this donation to an initiative dear to your heart, the Torah Fund New Spaces campaign, a special project that creates spiritual and physical spaces to nourish body and soul at JTS and the Women's League Institute on Gender Bias and Harassment at Sigler School of Rabbinic Studies. Please accept this gift with our deepest gratitude, our admiration, and love.
Pam, what a beautiful presentation of gratitude to our Margie Miller for such an important cause, especially one that is so close to the heart of Margie Miller and many of us in this room. Well, that concludes the festivities here on the Bema this evening, but we can all return to the Lerner Fisher Hall for some more dessert and schmoozing if you're so inclined. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Ladies, one more, just housekeeping. For those of you who will be joining us at the Holocaust Center tomorrow, I think in the program it says to meet in the lobby of Cincinnati Museum Center. However, and I don't know if Trinity's still here, in order to facilitate buying tickets, it would be great if you come into the Museum Center and then go down to the Holocaust Center when you get there so you can start getting your tickets and we can start getting organized so we can start the tour on time. Okay? The tickets will be bought in the Holocaust Center. And you do not have to buy a ticket to the Museum Center to get into the Holocaust Center. Buy what?
Please stick around for
Wait.
one more housekeeping announcement, ladies.
Here's Trinity.
Hi, everyone. Looking forward to showing you our gem of a Holocaust museum here in Cincinnati tomorrow. Typically, the Museum Center is closed on Tuesdays. It really is a day by day whether they're charging for parking. Today, the gates were up. I anticipate them being up tomorrow as well. But if they are down, they will be charging $6 a car. I don't want anyone to be surprised. It'll just be a good surprise if the gates are up, and let's all hope they are. Okay? Yeah. And they still charge you? Okay. Yeah, I'm curious how they charged. Yeah.
And I can't go into all the details now, but please remember, ladies, conference attendees, to fill out evaluation forms online using your QR codes, the third QR code in your program booklet, and you have to scroll down. At the bottom, there's individual program evaluations, and then there's an overall conference evaluation form. It's all in the QR code. So we really appreciate for learning and teachable moments and for future conferences if you could fill out evaluation forms tomorrow. Thank you. Please go enjoy dessert.